My husband doesn't try to please me in bed. My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I'm going to try to give you insight into this. I also suggest that you subscribe to this channel so you could learn more about our very unique philosophy about marriage and soul connection and all of that. So, if your husband isn't pleasing you in bed, what you are probably talking about is a physical pleasing, right? You want to have your body pleased. You want to have those feelings aroused. And I'm not suggesting that that's a bad thing. Clearly, it's a kind of excitement that is part of the fulfillment of being married. However, it's not everything. That's part one of my response to you. And part two is, if you learn how to communicate with your husband in a way that is not putting him down, but making him feel like he's pleasing you, and if he just also did this, it would please you more. So there's a lot about your communication that has a lot to do with this. A lot of women don't want to take responsibility for letting their husbands know how to please them more, or they do it in a way that's cutting, that makes them feel like idiots, and they literally push their husbands away from wanting sex with them, which is interesting when you consider that men biologically are driven to have much more sex than women. But they don't learn how. They learn on porn sites and reading stupid articles or watching sitcoms on TV, and they don't understand, which is part one of what I'm going to share with you. Part one is that the sex act is a huge trap for human beings. Because although it is driven by our biology, our physiology, because we have a human body, although it's driven by the human body to want to have sex, its purpose for a human being should be much higher. We're souls. We're human beings. We're not like animals, regardless of what people today believe that we're just a higher animal. That isn't true. We're a unique creation. Now I'm going to use the word creation in that we have a consciousness that can experience love in ways unlike any other creature. You know, people always say, oh no, you haven't seen my dog. I don't need to see your dog. I love dogs. But I could tell you that if you started out with your dog by treating it in a dog-like fashion, a mean way, its love for you would not be there. Human beings are able to love based on an inner command. They choose to love even people who hurt their feelings. We're very different. And so when we have sex in marriage, we should be focused on that love. That love. As souls, which is what we are, when we're connected from our heart to the heart of our partner, that's the ultimate experience, not the recreational sex. I don't care who you are. I don't care how good the sex is. Love is a much more desirable thing than sensual pleasure. Much more. It's not even close. But we don't learn this. So the steps you should take in this case, because your husband doesn't please you, is number one, you use the love in the sex. You use the sex to experience that love. You don't even have to say, here's what I'm going to do. You just do it. You open up your heart while you're having sex. Instead of being focused on a genitalia, open up your heart. The genitalia will do its own thing. Doesn't need you to be there for it. Yes, I've heard the expression imagination is most of sex, and for recreational sex it is. But when you're married, you should be using sex to connect the heart. So while you're having sex, visualize your heart opening up. Visualize the love pouring out of your heart and enveloping your husband. And go there. Go there. And do that until you do the second part. Keep doing that. Every time you have sex, just go there. Go into experiencing that love. And say to your husband, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Now, he may have premature ejaculation if you do that because it's very exciting, but that's okay. Hold him. Hold him. Use the sex, let's call it the physical connection, to enhance the love in your marriage. Now, the second thing you want to do is you want to communicate to him and practice it in your head, how you're going to say it. Make it very, very tiny bits of communication. Do not get into storytelling. Men hate that. Just say, oh, dear, could you think of something else? I was so close to feeling all this. It was so pleasurable, but I wanted more. I wanted more. Or, honey, if you did this, I think I would feel even more. And that's it. Don't get into it. And when he asks questions, just say, oh, you know what I mean. Keep it very short, because you don't want to risk hurting his feelings. It's a big risk. I cannot tell you how many marriages are on the rocks because of poor communication during sex. Men are so sensitive, aren't they? It's amazing. I'm almost embarrassed to be a man in this regard. But men are very sensitive because we've learned to connect our virility to ourselves, which is totally wrong. But listen, you may want to get one of my books or take the course for women. I mean, it doesn't sound like your marriage is on the brink or anything, but why not learn? Because when you really know how to work your marriage, the benefits that derive from a well-functioning marriage are off the charts. They're indescribable. There's two main benefits. One is ever-expanding love, and the other is ever-increasing happiness. Can't beat those. Thank you for spending time with me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, and God bless you. Take care.